Okay, so it's gonna be August 31st, 2022, here in a minute. And I was laying down in the back. Yeah, I'm pretty chink-eyed, but it's mostly swelling from crying so much. And I try really hard just like to let it go. I've cried my whole life, so I've already known. Like, the tears are just, people love to see it. They're horrifying. I have no idea why people harass me. I really don't know. I think they just realize that I'm tougher than them because I get over things quicker than them, and then I get harassed even harder. So I had to stick like a blanket up in the window for this evening. I was gonna keep driving. I had to pull over at like a rest stop, and I'm just like sad, you know, like really sad that I didn't get the opportunity to be able to raise that child, but knowing that he was conceived out of wedlock and conceived under the circumstances that he was conceived under, and I have no real knowledge of the father. It just made it so much easier to try to detach even early on, because I knew people were going to harass me from the moment they started making comments online. And it wasn't something that I wanted to be too hurt over. Yeah, I'm going to be hurt over my kids, of course. Anybody would. Especially somebody that really doted on the first one. And then the secondary one, I took such better care of him because I ate a good diet and I exercised, and so somebody's gonna get a good little boy, like, just very hard. And I was laying down a minute ago, and my uterus was like, there was a lot of pressure in it, so I just couldn't fall asleep. I haven't been able to sleep all day. I thought for a moment that I'd be able to rest while he was away from me, but I couldn't. I still, it's difficult because I'm expecting to have to care for him. My body's going through that. It's just the physiological changes and my brain wanting to take care of a child that no longer exists to me. So the moment that they took him away, I knew there was something wrong. They're hurting me more. Don't get attached to anything. Even if you believe it's rightfully yours, like your freedoms, your constitutional rights, they can violate you and take them away at any time. So I actually did get a message from the detective. I just didn't get it because, of course, I wasn't looking for it. So I'm not all here, let's be honest. And you're gonna put me in jail for resisting arrest. That's what he said on the message. He was like, well, you've got a court date on September 14th. Oh, really? I didn't sign anything. I just realized that there was no signature for anything. You didn't tell me that when I left the jail. There was no signature. I just realized that. There's those loopholes that I'm talking about. You never told me that that was a plausible effect of that. You just said when I was in front of the judge about the warrant, the judge didn't mention shit about what I was in there for. They were like really lenient. So that's why I know that's BS. And I'm not going to show up for that bullshit unless you try to detain me, in which case I'm crazy as fuck now. Like, I would try me for sure. I'm going to make sure to place plenty of weapons in here as best I can, because I can't trust any of you fools to do your fucking jobs right. All you want to do is snatch pussy and then lock it up. And my shit's disgusting. I mean, yeah, it feels good, but I'm gross as fuck from having gained all that weight and then lost it, and then gained a bunch of weight and then lost it, and all this shit that I put my body through because of depression, because of continual depression and mania and all this impulse reactions that I have due to the PTSD and wanting to harm myself because there's no other outlet. there's nothing. There's nothing left in my life. There's nothing left in my soul to want to live. And yet I don't go down that really harsh road of taking any hard drugs or doing anything like cigarettes and alcohol that is a prolonged effect or a sort of a long habit. Oh my god, my uterus hurts. It's like contracting, so it hurts very badly right now. And they were like, well, you know, you did fine, you didn't even take the Motrin. You know, they tried to offer me ibuprofen. I was like, no, I feel great. And I was around him. It made me feel even better. I felt like I was just so good. Like, I was like, chill. I was fine. I didn't really even need to smoke. Then they came in, started talking bullshit at me. Oh, take your bullshit away. I want to smoke and get the fucking bullshit away. Like, no, thank you. Get your bullshit away. I'm tired as fuck. Like, people keep stealing and robbing from me, acting like, you know. And then I had to grab some pants, and guess which ones I grabbed? The fucking ones I wore the night I got fucking raped. So I just grabbed them out of the back. I was like, I needed something warm right now because the window is fucking broken. Like, there's nothing I can do, and aside from just going and getting it fixed. The moment I try to fucking harp about that shit, they're fucking pieces of shit. They ain't gonna do shit. They don't do shit. They never did shit. Why? Because I came from a shit-ass family. And then, oh my god. For real. For real. So, I'm thirsty as fuck. My uterus contracting and shit. Like, whatever. I'm not even... It's like a bunch of pack of hyenas. That's exactly what I was picturing in my mind surrounding my son right now. Like, that's exactly the type of bullshit. The people that want to steal and rob and rape from me and just sit there and laugh about it. Like the fucking hyenas off the fucking Lion King. Like, I can't even... My life is so fucked up. That's why my brother makes me laugh so much, Angel. Like, I forgive him for a lot. Pushing me down, though, and fucking bruising my chin, that pissed me off. Like, I'm already fucking stressed enough. I already know I gotta lose this kid. What the fuck is you doing? You know? So, like, physically fucking harming me? No, thank you, bitch. So that's why I just tell people to their face now, and that's why they can't stand it, and that's why people have gotten physical with me, and people are like, you need to watch yourself. No, I fucking don't, bitch. Like, I don't. I straight up do not give a fuck. What the fuck is wrong with you? And, like, oh my god. I just pray to God, you just keep that shit away from me from now on, please. Like, how much have I fucking been asking for? Just some safety, some sanctuary. Do I get that? Fucking no. Like, literally, you send your own fucking guys to go fuck with me? Like, that's so fucked up. And then also, too, like, I feel bad. The detective seemed like a decent person. Like, he was trying to understand, from my perspective, why I would even say anything like that. And it's like, you don't even know. Like, you don't even know. I want to say bitch, but he's not really a bitch. He's a nice guy. But he was trying to help. And I give a lot of people props because most people can't get past a certain point of personal experience. Like, if they have not personally experienced something, then they will not engage. And a lot of the Southerners, especially like the people that I try to file all these reports and whatever, I don't know what that was about. I told you guys. I've been telling you guys, and you chopped my dog's head off? Like, that's what I believe happened. I don't know that the dog, the pit bull, could have even possibly ate the fucking just the head. How'd you eat the fucking ears and shit too, bitch? Like, where did the fucking head go? So, no, I don't believe that. Not in a fucking moment. That dog was overfed constantly. So, no. And so then, like, with this shit, there's, like, little shards of glass in my fucking feet and shit. I sliced my fucking finger earlier when I was trying to fucking grab the bag over here. Like, I'm trying. Shit, I'm trying. Like, all this little shit. And I'm a pussy, I know. Like, it doesn't seem like I am because of the shit I've been through. Like, there's a lot of fucking stressful shit I've been through. And then, like, little things will fucking piss me off. Like, little things, like slicing my finger. Or, like, the fact that, shit, the pad thing I'm wearing right now, I was so depressed, it fell on the floor twice. Normally, I'm just, like, so overwhelmed about the whole germ factor. When I was in the fucking jail, They literally had me walk across the fucking room. I said, where's my flip-flops? Like, are you not going to exchange? No. Fucking disgusting. Their facility, fucking filthy as hell. Fucking, oh, nice, nasty grime all over the fucking walls. Look like dookie all over in between the cracks. And you know damn well it is dookie. You know damn well that shit is toxic as fuck, because people be rubbing shit on the walls and be tossing everything. I threw fucking food at the fucking camera and all over the goddamn walls and shit because I was pissed. What did I do? I pissed in a cup that they left me, and I shoved it underneath the door. I was pissed. I wanted to mark that whole fucking place with my pregnancy ass piss. So then, I mean, it's like a curse to everyone in that facility, bitch. Like, who the fuck does that? For real. Like, I'm gonna mark that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. No wonder people act out and they spit in your fucking face. So I spit on the fucking door at one point. I took the fucking tray. After I scooped out all the fucking food and tossed it, rinsed my hands off all nice, laid back down. I was fucking still nude and shit. Don't give a fuck. Hopping up and down on shit. Like, there's that ledge out next to the fucking toilet there. So I hopped up on that. That's nearly as tall as I am. Probably about 4 feet high, right? I'm 5 foot, whatever. So the fucking thing's like 4 foot high, and I'm up there all pregnant and shit. And I'm standing there, and I'm like, damn, bitch, if you just laid that way and you jumped sort of slightly, you could smack your fucking stomach into that, and then you could just probably knock the shit out of the child. I was getting pissed. Like, how in the fuck you gonna detain me over this goddamn shit? Over a fucking falsified rape report? Are you serious? And you're gonna detain me so that their dumbasses can come how many 12 hours of fucking way to come and get me? Bitch, fuck you. Bitch, fuck you. So, yeah, of course I'm gonna get volatile. Of course I'm gonna get verbally aggressive back at you for literally, physically abusing me. You made me walk across the floor, fucking 9 months pregnant, barefoot. I'm like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? At least I smoked, so I was at least a little bit calm. But, oh my God, had I not smoked, I'd have been pissed and screaming and cussing at you people like, who in the fuck? And I don't even like cuss. What I do is reprimand people with large words because they don't understand simple fucking just slang. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Why you make me walk across this dookie floor? Would you like to walk across that, bitch? Would you like, would you like to be detained and have the possibility of COVID, some bullshit, whatever HIV positive shit was rubbed all over the walls in there, and then be exposed to it, and having my child exposed to it, and my uterus and everything, like, exposed to it after I fucking gave birth in there? We all know damn well you could still see on those fucking cameras, although you had made it fucking loud, and you were like, oh, you can't fucking see those Yeah, you fucking could, bitch. Yeah, you fucking could. That's why I kept flipping you bitches off. You think I was fucking playing? No. That shit's so fucked up. You don't do that shit to people. You don't do that shit to nice people. People that didn't do anything to you. Fuck. My uterus hurts. What the fuck is wrong with you? No wonder I lash out like this. No wonder I talk shit to you people. No wonder I do the fucking filthy shit that I've done. Like shitting in a fucking corner. I wish I could have. I was like wanting to take a dookie, and there was nothing that was coming out. So I went over and I popped a squat on all the papers they gave me from fucking court, because I was like, no, no, fuck you, hell no. I don't know what the fuck you was talking about, but what the fuck? Something about and then the warrant and everything, and fucking falsified rape report. Like, I literally gave that baby up because I was like, you know what? I get this. Like, that's fucked up. I ain't putting fucking pressure on myself for keeping a baby that nobody wanted, and also at the same time I didn't ask for. Like, I asked him for the plan B. Did he get it? Fuck no. I'll get you anything you want, baby. I know that's stupid, just bed talk. I get that. People are stupid to, and yeah, I honestly thought, is he gonna want just like a random pregnancy? That seems crazy as fuck. What is he, a fucking serial rapist? That's the only word for it. Serial fucking, what is that? Where you just want kids everywhere? Like a psychopath? I don't know. To me, that's crazy. We should have evolved by now. Like, what the fuck day and age is this? How old was he? My generation? And what the fuck kind of stupid public school did you go to? That's all I can think of, you dumb bitch. Like, I just lost my kid, You don't give a fuck about the kid. I'm over here fucking tripping because my body's going through some bullshit. Your body's not. No, you're just getting hard because, like, oh, yeah, shit, I had a kid. No, you people are stupid. Like, I was literally trying to breastfeed the baby just to be like, oh, well, I love you anyway. You know, like, you're still pretty cute. Like, you're my baby. And, yes, I would love to keep you. And then I was still like, I don't even know why I'm doing this because these people are crazy. They're going to take it. So, I already knew. Like, you act like I really didn't know deep down in my fucking soul. Like, you people are sick. I love the word deranged because it just completely describes you. Completely. Who in their rightful mind? Who in their right... And then they tell me I'm crazy. And I'm like, hold on. These people that have harassed and abused me and took away my life and my life force and all of this will to live because I have no fucking dignity left because of all my self-respect being fucking mutilated. And I'm like, wait a second, I was just trying. Like, a moment ago, I was doing good. And they just fucking, bam, blindsided me. What is that? Where they fucking, yeah, blindside you. And I'm like, what the fuck? I can't even think right now. I'm like, and then he was like, he said in the message, the detective, I'll come and see you if you're still there. And I'm like, do you not even realize the fact that he's in the other room and I could hear him whimper? Fucking tripped me out. That was like torture. Are you insane? I'm not gonna sit around there and fucking listen to that shit and be like feet away from him and not be able to go and see him. Are you people sick? Are you, I mean, obviously, is sick, cruel, and unusual punishment like I was being treated inside the jail. I mean, when I was detained, not just this time, but the other times, except Garland County was really nice this last time. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say they put some effort into just treating me nicely, which was really nice. But losing all my shit in transit or whatever, I doubt it was them, really, honestly. Or, you know, they were like, oh, God, I don't want to deal with that girl. Like, she is, I don't know, the devil lives inside of her as well as God. I don't know what that is. I'm always reciting prayers or singing shit and just freaks people out. It's just how I was raised, what I was raised around, and that's what I absorbed because that was what gave me that boost of dopamine, you know, or whatever. Just that boost of like I was getting with my son just now, the oxytocin, and then the 13 months I breastfed my daughter. And then people are like, they rip him away before he had an opportunity to release like suckle and everything. And then she tried to give me nursing pads. I was like, I definitely don't need those. It's not going to leak that badly. He got a little bit of colostrum. It's better than nothing, I guess. I mean, you're supposed to do it for the first few days until, of course, the baby ends up, like, you know, building up their immune system, and the actual milk comes in about, like, 5 days or so. But I think it's about 5 days, 3 to 5 days, then it comes in, your actual milk. And I'm sure that, you know, him being pumped full of that whatever fake shit in the bottles is going to expand his stomach, and he's just going to be a little gluttonous monster later on and probably end up with all kinds of shit because the formula is toxic and majority of it is not organic. So he's going to end up with all kinds of crazy stuff. Whatever, I don't really care. I mean, people don't see that stuff, but I see that stuff. That's why I gave my daughter as natural of a diet as I could, how I could, on the low income that I had. So I put all my effort into her, thinking like, okay, she can have a better life than me one day. And everybody was like, no, I want that baby. I got to have that baby. That's really weird. Why would you like pawn it off like that? That's so weird. I don't understand it. I'm very tired. I'm very sad. Somebody texted me and they were like, I want to cuddle. And I was like, and they never messaged back because eventually, like an hour and a half later, I messaged, sure, like, let's do that. They never responded back. I want so badly just to cuddle anybody right now. Probably even cuddle a hobo, but only if he was clean. Like, I have my standards. I don't like smells. It's something about, I don't know. Even some dude's breath and their BO gets to me. And cuddling a woman, I mean, I don't know, it's not quite the same because it's not like my relatives. It's different, I guess, if it's somebody like my mom. I like cuddling her because I didn't get enough of that growing up. My mom was very selective with her affection, and she had a lot of my little brother up her ass, like he still is. So, I don't know. I'm very sad. I mean, and then don't reach out to me. I don't know why they would reach out to me after the birth. Leave me alone, please. Like, you've done enough. Everyone has done enough. Like I tell people all the time, like, it's alright. Like, you've done enough damage. Please just let me be. Just let me be. You know? I'm so sad right now. My uterus hurts so bad. It's contracting. I'm constantly going through pain, and people are like, I'm so sorry you were dealt that shitty hand. I was like, me too. Me too. When's it ever gonna end? It just never ends. I have no idea why. I honestly don't. All I ever do is just pray for the best. Like, isn't that a form of meditation? A form of the law of attraction, right? So all this stuff, I don't get it. I just don't get it. My whole life, I've just been like, do sometimes, like letting people just with a smile on my face. And I guess that was everybody's appeal in wanting to hurt me, because I just sort of allowed it. And that's okay. Like when she took the baby, I didn't want to let him go. I was so mad. I was like, I'll never see him again. So I told him how much I loved him. I'm sure he's probably like, why is she not around now? Her voice, her heartbeat. I'm sure he's probably a little confused too, you know? It's just the physiological stuff. It's nothing to get too sappy over. It's just normal. What if I would have, lost a child while he came out or something? I had heard a story where a lady, her baby's head was like the baby's head was decapitated during childbirth. And when they told me, they were like, you need to push. I was like, and I had to bear down. And I was like, so I pushed him out immediately after just pushing. So I was like, I'm not hurt, of course, but I couldn't help it. My body was just naturally doing it. It's just a protective measure, I guess. And that's what happens too. A lot of times if I commit suicide or with like ODs, my body naturally wants to regurgitate what I just took. I guess I've just been always very fortunate like that. That 90 bars of Xanax, I remember stumbling through and smacking my knee. And that's why this whole knee over on this side is just skinned. And I scraped it on the carpet going down. I was really heavy set at that time after losing my daughter. And all I remember, I fell asleep on the bed. I don't remember vomiting in there or anything. I just remember seeing my daughter's coloring desk. And I smacked into it and fell down. And then I remember waking up on the couch. And there was vomit everywhere. And my daughter's photos everywhere. And the photos had vomit all over them. And then I don't know how my mom was notified, or if she just kind of all of a sudden we had communication. I really don't remember my mom being a part of my life during that time even. I don't remember a lot of it. I was so fucked up on pills. So I ended up waking up on the fucking couch. And the cushions were all over the place too. Everything was all fucked up. My whole house. Everything had been flipped over. And in my car right now, everything's all fucked up. And I can't even rest because I just got done sorting it as best I could, so that it would look not so shitty. And now that's covered in glass. So it's the little things, I already knew that people were going to be crazy and try to tell me I'm crazy and can't manage a child. I'm pretty sure if I had a place, I wouldn't have said any of that stuff. I'm pretty sure if I would have had a nice, comfortable little, like everyone else, And everybody's like, well, you have to work for it. No, bitch, I don't. Leave me the fuck alone. It is not the day to be putting more stress on me. All this stuff. A year after year, there's always something. Always something with me because I cannot get over how crazy people have been to me. Even to this day. Like, I am not... No, thank you. I've checked out. You think I am smart, right? I am fairly smart. I am. I just am so stressed. I'm just avoidant. That's all it is. And you cannot tell me that that is some type, like the resisting arrest is not my avoidant behavior and a disorder. You cannot tell me that. So it's the fact that I even gave up willingly every time. Like, and you think I was in the shower, like, what the fuck? You're trying to get me on resisting arrest, and then they just didn't file it because they were like, she doesn't need any more problems. Like, she really doesn't, because they already knew me. They knew every little thing. I was monitoring everything. I was keeping track of everything. Everything tripped me out. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that what's happened in my circumstance is not normal. Not at all. The fact that they went to this extreme and to abuse me, to harass me for this long, I give you guys props. Like, who in the fuck does that to destroy someone's life and to want to see so much pain come to one person and to sit there and sit back and laugh? And it just happens year after year. There's always something. Like, 3 years ago, I lost my house and all my pets and everything because they said I harassed his communications by making a video about the truth about him leaving loaded guns with me in the house. And then I realized, oh my God, that was my freedom of speech. That was against my constitutional rights. Nobody's ever finished filing for any of the reports that I've ever made. I'm pretty scared. I'm pretty scared right now. I think that, and it's not even like fear of these people, it's fear because it's like, oh my God, you guys are fucked up. Like, I feel sorry for you. If this is how badly you come after me and I didn't really do shit, I couldn't imagine some of the shit that these other people that actually think they're getting away with something. I'm not trying to get away with shit. And when have I? I literally expose myself constantly. And I even put in the beginning of these videos in the shit, I'm not trying to incriminate anyone, including myself. So just because I speak the truth and I be telling everything and telling everyone off, I mean, the fact of it is, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, I'm hungry. I had a bag of baked Lay's. Small bags. All crushed. And what am I supposed to expect, right? Anybody to do their jobs properly, or anybody to have some type of concern for any other human being aside from themselves and their posse, their posse of, what is that? All I can think of is that cartoon where all those like weasels were dressed as like gangsters. That's all I can think of when I think of the officers now. A bunch of weasels. So, in uniform. And that sounds really bad. And boy, does that make people mad. And I'm glad it does. I'm actually very glad it does. Because, fuck you. Fuck you guys. You make me have to hate you. And that's the saddest thing of all, because I am a human. You're a human. You have your days. But all you're doing is fucking with me. All you're doing is destroying my life and trying so hard. For what? For me to just be like inevitably okay? I'm literally not supposed to be detained. That's illegal what you did. And so why are you guys still trying to put me behind bars? We all know you're trying to incriminate me with some shit. We all know there's some bullshit because I didn't do anything. And you guys trash my shit. You steal, you rob from me. I told you in the last fucking video too. I was like, watch them have fucked with my makeup bag and whatever, my toothbrush and everything. And what is it on the floor next to the side here? My open makeup bag that was just like spewed everywhere on the side. I'm telling you, nobody actually just like came and dug in my car for that stuff. There's something really wrong with what had happened. And so the fact that the makeup bag was like shoved over into the side, like, okay, First of all, if you're going through things, I have nothing to hide, bitch. Like, what the fuck are you trying to steal from me? My fucking crusty ass groceries? My fucking crusty ass panties? I know how you guys like them so much. What you trying to, what are you trying to take here? I don't understand. Like, and you found all the weed in the console. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck? I really don't understand why you'd go to this extreme. Where are you trying to push people? To their grave early? Oh, okay, so you want to live a little bit longer, but you don't realize that you're fucking yourselves over because energy doesn't work like that. So you're pushing out all this negative energy into the universe by what you're doing, destroying people's lives over money. You don't realize that everything has a frequency, everything has a vibration, and everything adds up. Everything. You pay for everything. There's a balance within everything. So even the fact that I'd given up my first child, didn't know. Like, I didn't know I'd given her up, first of all. So that was like, I was like, wait a second. Then I thought, no, okay, fine, giving it up, and like, he'll bring her back, and like, I just have to comply, and you know, whatever. Didn't really comprehend what was going on. I don't understand why anybody in the law would go to that extreme. Why would you destroy an innocent person's life over allegations by people that are manipulative liars? And then you don't do the research about these people, so all you do is just take the money. So it ends up like full circle. All it does is harm anybody in between the situation. So even the times where I had called and filed for, like, when my ex-husband pushed me down, I already had my immediate karma when that officer forced me into giving him fellatio. And then I had to go to fucking court, and then they placed that fucking restraining order against us, and I was trying to whisper to him, like, what am I supposed to do with her? I mean, not her, but like this situation, you and her, and like, you can't be away from the baby, because she was very young. She was only like 2 years old or so at that time. And that bailiff, when I was walking out, he was like, you're not supposed to talk to each other. And I was like, I understand that, but I didn't understand that, obviously. I mean, I don't even think I was classified as disabled at that moment. That doesn't make it any less, you know, factual. So yes, it was a good thing, and I tell people all the time, it was a good thing that my ex-husband was looking out by putting me on disability, but not really. Because if you were really looking out, you would have stayed with that person and been faithful to that person that you promised everything to, and that you were willingly, like, had the relationship with. I was so pleased when I got pregnant after he said, I'll stay with you and like, we'll help, you know. I was like, oh my God, okay, thank you. Like, most men are just pieces of they cut and run. I mean, as we know. And I found out 10 years after that, you know, men are still men. They still are not held up to the same statutes as a woman. They're not held up to the same accountability and the same responsibility as a woman. She has to carry it, for one. She has to maintain it within her womb. So it's her choice. It's her choice. It's her body. She has all the right to that. My uterus hurts. I mean, I went through that pregnancy pretty natural, especially for having been through all the shit that my body's been through, all the weight gain, loss, all the pharmaceuticals, you know. Yes, I wasn't like ever on drugs or anything, hard drugs, weed. And like, she had asked me something about when did I get off all the psych meds, and I told her like 4 years ago when I switched over to marijuana, and that saved my life. And then, but during that time, I was still taking pharmaceuticals. So I was still weaning off of these pharmaceuticals. I didn't mean not to mention it to her, but my stories are very lengthy. I have to explain everything in detail from start to finish so people can have like an open perspective and not have a bias on either side. So I can tell them, hey, you know, I was seeking help. These are the things that I knew and are factual. You can find the evidence through these documents. You can find the, you know, evidence through these records. And yeah, I just don't understand. And even like the PTSD, obviously I have that. but it's a complex form. The complex because of the sexual trauma. So the fact that I've been harping about this shit, the fact that I've tried so hard to just like, I just try to be good. I just try to be like a good Samaritan, like a good person, and just go about my business. Please don't fuck with me. No one wanted to help me when I was like needing $3,500 just to start visitations with my kid, but then they turn around and poop it out for my brother who's got to stay out of prison for child molestation charges. What? So anyway, that's my life. And like, and I laugh about this stuff and I'm thinking, whatever. I'm completely over it. I wish the dad would have been someone else. I wish it would have been me in a family setting, but you don't always get what you want. And oftentimes too, you got to go through hell to get what you want and what you need out of life. And I needed that learning lesson, or like that learning tool. And that's the sad part, is like, poor little baby Jason, he's gonna learn that the hard way, and his life is gonna be very difficult. And I tried to explain that to everyone. I tried to be like, oh God, there's your karma. Like, you don't understand. You don't understand. You're not understanding. Oh, you went that far. You rolled the boulder like straight over, and like it just tumbled down the fucking hill. And we just got to the point where we got it like all the way up there. And I'm like, wow, you people. And like, I try so hard to explain this stuff in layman's terms, because there's no other way for me to explain it. I'm going through hormones. I'm going through body changes. Also, too, the pheromones that are released between people. I understand. I shouldn't have had sex that secondary time with him. This is completely my fault. Like 9 months and giving him up. That was my fault. I chose not to go get the plan B because I didn't want to overdraft my account either. So I was like, weigh out the pros and cons. I also helped destroy this child's life. And I feel terrible because I was like, man, I could have stepped up where he was lacking. But I'd done that all my life. I was like, oh my God, like I did it my whole life. My whole life I've been trying to just like make up for everybody else's what's the word? I wouldn't say flaws or faults or weaknesses, but shortcomings, you know? I've always tried to make up for other people's shortcomings, and that is what has damned me, because all I do is try to push things under the rug, like, okay, fine, that's how you want to deal with it with me, good for you, like, please move on, I'm done. So even with this baby, I feel so bad. I feel like it was such a good pregnancy and such a good birth, and a lot of people were probably so proud, like, you did good, kid. And I say that baby did good. I mean, he could have died so many times. I was still fucked up, did not want to believe I was pregnant, and even like, and I don't care about disclosing this stuff, I had some shrooms at 6 weeks because I had disclosed that already. I was like, I didn't think he was gonna make it. Like, I really didn't, not from the shrooms. Obviously, that's not even a fucking issue. I mean, he's probably gonna be smart as hell later on. And, but what I mean is, like, I just felt like I couldn't manage. And people do more fucked up shit than that all the time, and then they get to keep the kid. And all they do is have to shut their mouth. Not me. I feel terrible. So I always have to expose it because I'm like, you know what? This is the honest truth. You know, and he came out so pretty, and she said he already had the right cues and everything. He wasn't like lacking mentally. But who cares what people float around the internet with? The internet is whatever it is, you know? A lot of it is just trash and entertainment. And my life, unfortunately, is true life entertainment. Like, you can't get this shit for free. Like, normally you gotta sit there and pay people to watch a movie or a fucking sitcom or some type of, like, what is the word? Whatever, like a TV show, like a series, because it's all these series of unfortunate events, like that lady told me, you know, when I first came to that labor and delivery. So I had known you know, that they didn't appreciate that they were getting notified about me wanting to harm the baby. Are you okay? Like, I was not harming the baby whatsoever. It's everyone else that's harmed it, actually harmed it. I only stated those things. I stated the things that go through other people's heads a lot of times because I have that weird thing. And so sometimes I don't like to engage. That's why I don't like to make eye contact with a lot of people, because if I start reading into some cues, then I know what they're after, or I know what has gone on, you know, with them. So in some instances, I just don't feel like attaching to people. It's beneficial that I smoke, because the less I have to deal with people, the better. And people are like, oh no, that's you thinking that you've got heightened powers from smoking weed. No, the fuck? You can see how people are crazy. You can see when people are in denial of something. You can see when people are, and the weed just helps you relax to the point where you can deal with it. And you can realize, oh my God, you're not even tripping. This is real. Like, these people are crazy. So I'm stressed out. My arm really hurts. I think it was from like laying all crooked while trying to like hold him. So I mean, it's probably better off. Like, you just feed him a bottle. He just be part of the system. None of my business. I've already, like, since he's not able to latch on anymore, I told everyone, the moment that I don't breastfeed and everything, you know something's wrong, because I'm the type of person that puts her child first, and that's what I did with my daughter. And so he's like, you pushed her down. I bet you didn't go to all of her recitals if you had a daughter. I bet you traumatized her for the rest of her life by doing all kinds of other fucked up shit for your own kids, you know? And you're gonna tell me by pushing her down one time. I didn't do shit to her. I never got psychologically weird with her. I never yelled at her. I never took it out on her. I pushed her over because I wanted to get her the fuck out of the way from touching her goddamn father so I could finish screaming at him for being a dumbass. Some people are just dumbasses. They just want shitty karma. They just want shitty fucked up shit to happen to them because they want to keep their secrets. They want to whatever. It feels so weird that my belly is not like firm anymore. It's all saggy. And then I don't know where my shit is. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta lay down. I don't even feel like pissing anymore. Like, before when I was pregnant, I just had to pee constantly. And now I'm just like, I guess I'm slightly dehydrated too. Probably not the best that I'm running away from my problems again. And it's not a problem. I don't see it as a problem running from it. I don't see that as a problem. And my son was never the issue. It was the fact that his father was a deadbeat. And the fact that his father was who he is. And I had to let go. And so many people understand that, even with, like, the hierarchy. Some of the women at the top have rejected their children because it just was not suitable for them because of the relationship between the father and her, even if they were married. So rejection happens a lot, unfortunately, and it's really sad that I have to be punished for it, for acknowledging these truths in history, truths in our reality, truths in our everything. I wish I could have kept him, because that's what a decent human being would do, is to try to maintain him. But I'm not going to sit there and jump through your hoops in order to have what's rightfully mine. The same concept with my daughter. I'm not going to shit out $3,500. Where the fuck am I supposed to get that? Oh, you want me to work a job. The moment I get that $3,500, I don't have the disability. I'm not going to be able to sustain myself on a job. I'm not going to be able to sustain my mental health on that job. I can't, afford for my therapy that I need every day to help me with my overall health and well-being. I'm not going to get the assistance through my insurance, and I had the extras and everything, the little perks that they had through my insurance. None of it. You people are crazy. I don't even know how to deal with this stuff. I'm like asleep half the time. Like, my reality is just wanting to sleep away from you people. Please do not touch me anymore. Please do not detain me. Please just leave me alone. Have you not done enough damage? Have you not? And I'm just over here like chilling, trying so hard. Just leave me the fuck alone. You know? You've done enough. I never want to see your faces again. I never want to have to deal with you people. And then it gets to the point where I get so depressed I want to hurt myself. I don't want to hurt myself or anybody. I don't. Right now, I just want to smoke weed and sleep. And I don't think that that's hurting myself. I think that that's trying to heal in my cocoon of loneliness. My little cocoon of sorrow. Because I cannot deal with all of the realities of all these butterflies running around, taking shits all over me in my cocoon. As I tell people, I just can't be around people much for very long. They have these frivolous little lives where they have no idea what the real world is like. And they work in their little mundane spheres. And it's like, do you even realize what goes on in the real world? Do you not travel? Do you not know that? Are you not cultured? Even in these certifications and everything, when you go and get a degree for nursing or something like that, or phlebotomy, these people jabbing me up. I'm surprised. The guy, Jesus, but it went up my fucking arm. Like, and as I was bending it, I'm thinking, what kind of shit am I puncturing in there? Oh my Jesus. Oh my Jesus, I swear to God. I just don't know about this shit anymore. And that's why I smoke weed. I'm like, I'm in a parked car. This is technically my home. Like, what is wrong with you? Why you gotta fuck with me? Why you gotta break the window? Are you okay? Are you okay? I don't think you're okay. I think you need to seek some mental help. Whoever had done that, you're crazy. Oh, but I was just being told to. Oh, so you're even crazier than I thought. So you just take cues from the uppers because you don't want to get hurt in your personal life. You don't want to get anything ripped away from you. So you want to just rip it away from someone else. That's part of your reality? Or is that what it is? I still wouldn't do it. Like, somebody tell me, oh, but then you'd extend your life 5 years if you just break this window. No, I wouldn't do it. Why would I do that to harm somebody else? You know? It doesn't make any sense to me. So even the times where I lashed out because I was fucked up on pills or pissed off, I just gotten assaulted by his family, like my ex-husband. I broke his guitar once and whatever, and tried to always replace the stuff. It was never good enough. It was always about him. It was always about him and his wants and whatever he needed. And he did his little projects and things like that to keep his mind off of having to deal with me. And I thought I was valuable, but he made sure that I knew I was worth less. I was worth less than shit. So, yeah, I mean, that $10 ring, that was pretty funny. I laughed a lot about that. I was like, really? And you're gonna lie to me about that? No wonder I had that burning around my finger, but I should have known better. I should have known you were a liar. And you told me that it was white gold. The fuck? Wow. Sterling silver. I'm allergic to that shit. So, I'm allergic to a lot of stuff. Cockroaches, dust mites, all these weird things. And there's a lot of times, too, where it's like my own bacteria. Things like that. Super weird. Foods that I have realized are better not in my system. I miss that baby. He sounded so cute. He had the cutest little voice. He's probably going to be a little dick. I didn't get him circumcised. I hope they don't circumcise him. But, I don't know. People do whatever they want to do. They robbed a baby, and he wasn't even 12 hours old. I wasn't even allowed to be around him for 12 hours. What was it? 1 p.m. or so when they took him? I started filming sometime around that time when they rolled him away. I was upset. So I had been around him for less than, well, yeah, from like start to finish, from active labor until him leaving my side. It's approximately 12 hours. I suppose that's good enough. Most people would say that's cruel and unusual. I'd say the same. But then I don't say it anymore, because the more I say it, the more they do. The more that they try so hard to just get at me. Just eat away. Keep picking at her soul, everybody. They're hyenas. Just ripping it. Oh my God, it's so funny. People are crazy. Like, you just destroyed 2 lives today. And, well, technically yesterday. And the day prior. I knew that if I went to jail, I was like, no, it's too close. They're gonna force me into active labor. Yeah, sure enough. Part of my foot fell asleep. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. I can't believe I spent an hour. But I can, because this is my life. So much pain, so much I can't understand. That it just rolls over and over in my mind until I want to write it down poetically and understand why. Question, like, why is this all happening? Why does this hurt so much? Why does this pain me on a regular basis? Why do certain things create other consequences? Or reprimands. My uterus hurts. And I could never think. People always tell me, well, you're so stupid. I'm sorry, I'm going through a lot right now. I'm sorry. Can I please have a little bit of leeway? I have a lot of stress going on in my entire life as a woman, having lost so much just as a human being in the comforts that I once had. But people don't see that. They see just some naive girl, and that she just keeps getting herself into trouble. No, I'm just a very passive individual, and I'm trying to be a lady finally, and hopefully one day I will be not a lady of the night anymore. Like, can we just trade off? I went a lot of those months just celibate, and that's probably why it came out so easily. Just bloop, here you go. Haven't had sex or anything. God, this sucks. Fuck you. Like, it was bad. I bet they heard me all the way fucking down the hall. It was bad. I couldn't hold it. I couldn't contain it. It hurt. Thank God it didn't last very long. But it hurt. Boy, that did not feel good. I don't think men understand the pain that causes. Like, really, it's not good. It really, really, really hurts. Like, really badly. That's like, oh my God, I couldn't even compare it for you guys, because you don't have the muscles or anything, or like the bone. It's literally going through. Like, what the fuck? It ripped, and I'm surprised it didn't rip. You know, I didn't rip this time. Whereas, like with my daughter, because I had an epidural, it took shit ton longer, and they induced me at one point, right? So I went an entire day before even fucking having her, but this time I waited until my water broke naturally, and then I was having these contractions. I was pushing through it, bearing through it, and I knew that they were getting more severe, and I knew that the officers would inevitably notice I was moving again after sleeping, because what I would do is have these intervals of fucking just hatred, because I didn't have time to nest. What am I gonna do? I just started fucking throwing piss and my food everywhere, and I didn't poop or anything, otherwise I would have smeared that everywhere too. Believe me, I was mad. You detained me and everything, and I don't have HIV, but like, the whole facility was disgusting. And then, it was okay, because there was 3 female officers in there with me, so like, they were all females, so they had all the same body parts, and I mean, even if you are a lesbian or whatever, it's not that big of an issue for me. Like, but then the male gynecologist, still tripping about that. Still tripping about that. I'm like, whatever. It was already cursed from the entire get-go, right? So I was like, all right, this is already going down. This is a man's world. And that was horrifying. The entire ordeal. The fact that, you know, the man didn't get in trouble. The fact that it was men that took the reports. The men that I had to talk to about these reports. And then all of a sudden, like, there's a male doctor. I'm horrified. And then, like, he's a little boy. And I'm like, oh my God, you're doomed. You're doomed. You're the Antichrist. I was like, no, get away from me. No, I'll pray for you. Praying while he popped out. That's probably something they have not seen too much of, you know? So, I thought that was hilarious because I was just like, oh, there I go again. There she blows. But hopefully he won't be, like, cursed. But now he kind of is. It was all kind of doomed, and I joke around about this, but it's so true. I'm like, oh my God, like, all of it's fucked up. I wish I would have went back to at least give him their clothes. You know, like his clothes. I didn't, though. I don't want to work for that stuff anymore. It's too sad. I'm just done. You guys have fucked me. Canella's fucking head being chopped off? Oh my God. My dog had no fucking head. Oh my God. Like, you have no idea. Like, being put in that moment, I was like, no. Fuck no. No. Even when people touch me and, like, I'm stirred at a point of starting to wake up, like, roused from sleep, I am in denial, complete denial. This cannot be happening. There's no one touching me. There cannot be someone. There can't be, because they said they wouldn't, or this is like my relative or whatever, you know? In my head, I was like, no, 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 no. You're not here. You are not here. This is not your body. This is not your reality. This is not you, you know? Same thing with when my water broke. I knew something was leaking. I was like, that's not good. That did not feel okay. I was tripping out, but I was like, okay, because it wasn't my belongings. I was like, this is the shit from the jail, so whatever. And they got me 2 mats. I love that man for getting me 2 mats. I really do. He was very nice to me. That officer that placed me in there in the last one, it was very nice. So he got me the 2 pads, and then, but he said he had to give me the suicide blankets. I am glad he did, because they were more absorbent, and so when I laid down, and I still had the one that was kind of more pliable, malleable, kind of softer, I placed that over myself. So I was having like cold sweats constantly. I was fucking heated up. I was like, oh my God, this doesn't feel good. Something feels weird. So I was positioning myself. I took my underwear off. I had to wash them out. I'd only had them on for a little while. The fuck they're doing it all weird, and because, you know, I was getting ready for birth. I gotcha. That's why I kept having like all that weird fluid. And even right now, the fact that there's like, I'm bleeding, like, that's gross. Oh my God, it's so gross. And people don't even realize, like, your whole body is just like, what? It just rejected a human being. It just rejected it, like, pooped it out. Where did it come from? You know? And it was like, oh, jacking off inside me? Oh my God. What was I thinking? I should have got the plan B. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, that's totally what I just need to be like, oh God, no. You put me through so much pain, and people are like, you can't even, it was real. I mean, I think so. I don't know, at a certain point I just detached. That's why, like, I haven't seen my daughter in 6 years. I talk about her all the time, all the things I know, everything I know, I tell everyone. That's all I can do. Relay what I've got, like a parrot, like a fucking parrot. It's hilarious. Like, I see that, I see what you did, I see what you're doing, I keep track of that. Why do I have a photographic memory sometimes? Why is this going down? Majority of the time, I guess. I'm terrible. I don't know. So, I'm very tired. I'm gonna try to sleep. Please don't rape me in the night. I'm gonna try to get my window fixed tomorrow somewhere. I hate my life. I say that all the time, and I'm like, I really wish I didn't. In my heart, I'm like, you want to live, you want to have a good life. But then on the outside, it's like, why am I so dead inside? Oh, I know why. Because I was marked from a very early age. And that's so sad. And then you go to these places, these nice places where they treat you nicely, and that's where you get all your affection and your attention. And you try not to act up too much, but you just adore these people that like raised you in like the educational systems and stuff. You look up to them because they gave you more information than your own parents did, and treated you better, never hit you, never scolded you for stupid shit, and let you be yourself a little bit, especially with like. But it's sad because parents have to work, and that's really difficult for everyone too, because it takes time away from rearing your children. And that's why I never really even wanted children, because I knew that if I didn't have the proper resources to dedicate all of my efforts toward, you know, informing them to be a better human being or person or whatever, then it just was not very beneficial to the world. So I wanted to place out people, if I ever had any, that were going to be positive. That's why I tried to do it with my daughter the way I did, and I made her smash cake with wheat germ, the fuck, and breast milk. I'm a psychopath. So, and people say, they're like, that's weird. Why would you place so much effort? Why would you boil her vegetables and make her baby food? I don't know. I guess that's crazy to some people. But to me, it seemed perfectly normal. I was placing enough effort into her and just not enough into me. So I thought maybe that was a cue to start focusing on myself. And I did the last 6 years. But, you know, I just don't know anymore. I just lost another baby. I just had somebody come out of me. And now my body is like in my car window and shit. Like, I'll be fine. I'll be better if I sleep a little bit. I'll feel a little bit better. And hopefully I'll just slowly forget about all of this and let it go. I feel so bad that I expected more of people. That I was so disappointed because I set different standards for their efforts, you know, like their words, their actions. I already know when people are playing with me, you know, like being players and whatever. So I'm very avoidant of that. I don't play back. And that's where they just take advantage of it. They're just like, whatever, I'm gonna get whatever I need from you regardless. And that's the sad part. And people get away with it. It's murder. It's still murder. That's why I don't smile very often. So bitter. And somebody said, he looks just like you. And I went and looked at the videos before bawling my eyes out. And he does look a lot like me. But I'm sure his nose would probably be a little different. I don't know. But I'm very masculine looking, so I'm sure he'd do just fine. I'm just glad I had the experience. It's like what I told the detective and the doctor. I think I told the detective. Yeah, I think I was telling the detective and not the doctor. I don't know. Men. I don't know. Men. Everywhere. Signs, everywhere signs. What? What? So, and you say I'm crazy. I just went through fucking hell. Shit. I don't know. I just don't fucking know. For real. What the fuck? I'm crying because I'm thirsty. I don't know. I'm tired as hell. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I'm so, what's that? Oh yeah. I can't live if living is without you. I can't something. I can't live anymore. I can't breathe, right? Is that right? What the words are? I cannot even remember. That shit is fucking old as fuck. I can't live if living is without you. I can't breathe. Some shit. Wait, I don't know. Maybe I'll learn the words and then I'll sing some bullshit. I do like singing. I know they catch me doing that shit all the time. It's hilarious. Sometimes I'm on cue, sometimes I'm not. I only took choir for 1 year. Don't fucking blame me. Yeah. And it's not like I was trying to be an actress or anything. I just wanted to be myself. And through all the hardships I had endured as a child, my dad being so physically fucking violent, and that's why I knew I never wanted to be anything like that. And I'm just like, you see how volatile my brother is? Jesus Christ. And that's heightened because it's on drugs. But, boy, oh boy. Boys, men everywhere, get away from me. I'm trying to love you, but I can't. I can't do it no more. People probably watching me. Like, there's people in the background. Jesus Christ. And then they say I can't film people. Fuck you. Fuck you. You know you was there. You know you was there. The fuck are you gonna hide that shit? Just because you were what? Oh, undercover cop over there? Shut the fuck up. Or you're fucking, oh, what's that word? What is that? Were you hidden away from the criminals or whatever? What the fuck is that called? Oh, witness protection program. Bullshit. Bitch, if you don't want to live, then go fucking live somewhere else or get some plastic surgery, bitch. Like, ain't nobody trying to be all up in your business. Fuck you. And yeah, there's probably no money for some bullshit like that, but fuck, there ain't no money for, like people said, mentally ill people will be putting me in jail and shit. Or in the fucking psych ward. There's no place for you. Oh, but you got off of the psych meds and now the weed and now you can manage better. Oh my Jesus Christ. What have we done? We've created a monster. We've created a monster. She speaks out against the federal government. Kill her. Kill her. Take her babies. Kill her. Slowly but surely make sure she suffers more of an emotional pain, a scarring for life, psychological damage forever. Forever. So, anyway, I love you guys very much. Thanks for listening. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I'm very tired. Today's show, sponsored by... I don't know. I want to say like coochie gush or something, or like those big giant pads from the Depends. If I didn't have you. Ew. So anyway, hope everybody has a good day. I'm tripping. I just talk like this because the trauma is too much to deal with. So I let it go. People are going to do what they do. I can't believe they would rip him away so soon. I was doing my best. I did my best. That's all I can do. Good pat on the back right there. You did a good job, girl. Good girl. Like a sow or something. Like a big cow. It's part of their cattle. You did a good job. Good girl. Good job, girl. Alright, everybody have a good day. Today is now August 31st, 2022. What a crazy year it's been. What a crazy year it's been for me. You gotta always expect it though. What is it? The year of the dog or something? I don't know. Jesus. Why? People are cray cray. Love you so much. Leticia Collins Servin. Have a good night. Oh, also, this isn't a very happy story, but I try to maintain by just forcing positivity, and it works most of the time. It's really hard though, because this stuff really does suck. It's very painful, and that's why sometimes I lash out. I can't contain it anymore, even with the medicinal marijuana. But the more I smoke, the better I feel, and the less I lash out. So that's why. Today's episode sponsored by medicinal marijuana. And I just show my card from Arkansas. That's so funny. Like, I can't believe they did so many illegal things to me. That's sad. Why? 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 You saw me give birth. The one female officer was in the room, and she was probably horrified. And I was horrified that she had to witness. And I was like, man, I'm sorry. Like, I did not lie. I'm pretty sure my water broke. And I was over popping a squat, pissing on those papers. Fuck you. You're gonna tell me some warrant ass bullshit from fucking Arkansas. Fuck you. Fuck you. Like, I don't go through enough. And you guys still gonna try to put me in jail afterward. No! Quit being crazy. I thought you liked me at some point. I thought that you were stopping some of these from going through. Instead, you're making this into a fucking piece of shit. Fuck you. Fuck you, quit being crazy. Let me fucking file all the reports that I want to. I'm not crazy. I see things. That's why I started recording. And then you hated me because I was on point. Fuck you. Who else watches these videos? I don't even believe that this is scanning or spamming. Wait a minute. I'm so sorry. Neither one of those words were right. I have to sleep. I'm tired and very sad. Very sad. Nothing ever works out for Leticia. Leticia. You know what I mean? Say my name right. Leticia. That's how we perceive it. It's not how it's pronounced. Like, do you want to sound ignorant? Or do you want to just correct yourself? And most people don't want to correct themselves. Because for me, I was like, I gave up that knowledge of the detective, and I feel sorry that I said, oh, he didn't even contact me. Oh, yeah. Well, he did. Oops. Sorry. Like, I didn't mean to say that. It just takes me a little while to find out the truth. Like a detective. Like a detective. I'm so crazy. I know a lot about people, though. And honestly, that's why I try to be as genuine as possible now. And video everything. Because I was like, people aren't getting it. They think I'm acting. And they did. Because I wouldn't expose this side of myself. I would just be quiet. Cry. Weep. Talk to myself. In my lonesome. Sometimes I was okay. I can't handle it anymore. I can't. There's too much pain. That's why I just started seeking some semblance of attention, because I couldn't talk to myself, let alone anyone else. And it was damaging me, or like damaging even my brain from having to be so isolated constantly. And like the pandemic does that shit to people too, you know? Everybody knows hands-on what I'm talking about. Majority of people. I can't believe I got like $10 from that fucking poem contest. I didn't expect that. He said that doesn't make any sense. It's like, well, isn't it a natural thing, a pandemic? Because he said something about haikus being like a natural force. And I was like, well, yeah. And it was a haiku about separation. Something about being apart from your loved ones. I don't know. I think that's what happened. I mean, I don't even care anymore. My life is ridiculous, and I just want to party. I just want to party. Drink as much caffeine as I want now. No. Mostly just want to eat some good food and just relax for the next 6 weeks or so. But I won't have the luxury to truly relax, because people are always going to be crazy at me, especially if I ever come near this area again. They're going to say something about, oh, aren't you the one that resisted arrest? You've got a warrant out for your arrest now for not going to court. I'm sorry. No, thank you. You've stressed me enough. No wonder there's so many mentally ill people that are deemed criminals, because you won't let well enough alone. You've already hurt people enough. You've already destroyed their lives. You've already taken from them. And then what? To feed your own families? To keep your hierarchy? You guys are crazy. Your patriarchy. So, yeah. I hope everybody has a good night. I'm very tired. I know I ramble, but it's all fucking truth. Conspiratory facts about life and the contradictions around us. I'm very sad. I wish I didn't have to give up that baby. But he was a dumpster baby. Or you just pump and dump baby. That's sad. I didn't want to see it like that. And then they were like trying to say some shit about he wouldn't have been if he wouldn't have acted crazy. The fuck? Anybody would act crazy. You touched me in the middle of the night. I didn't consent. So why would I fucking not be weird? That's weird. I didn't understand. That's why I was trying to talk to him. And he was like, damn it. The text messages prove, like, I did not feel right about what had happened. And he was trying to deny it. Like, oh yeah, no, you said yes. I'm like, no, not the first time. Let's be honest here. Like, I'm completely weird and transparent. I cannot lie. I cannot tell a lie. Sometimes, if I force myself, of course. A horse is a horse, of course. Is that right, the saying? My mother's a bitch. Why the fuck would you even reach out to me? Just because I had a fucking kid. Leave me the fuck alone, bitch. And I go, suck your fucking son's dick. Get away from me. I don't know. I'm just saying that because I'm like, get the fuck over it. You guys fucking love each other in a weird way. My mother was always talking about him being a soulmate. And I'm like, well, yeah, our kids and everything, they're soulmates. Like, they're soul, connections. Soul brother, sister, all that shit, right? All these soul connections because they're close to you. And I just don't understand why people don't understand that concept. Why that we're like in a relationship in that way of soul ties. Instead, people are like talking about it like it's a sexual thing constantly. And I had to learn it for myself because usually I just generalized it too. I didn't really look into it in depth. But I always wanted a partner. Hopefully I can get a partner now. Hopefully that would be something that the universe will grant me for giving up so much. Because even that, it was so painful. Like, you have no idea how much it takes to be a man and to just walk away. And to walk away from a child like that. I mean, real men do that, obviously. So it takes a real man to just walk away from stuff. And I'm actually pretty proud of myself because I'm acting like a real boy now. And I'm like, damn, bitch, you're hard fucking core. Just like a man would be. A real man, of course, because real men leave their children behind. So, but yeah, I hope everybody has a blessed night. Men everywhere. I don't get it. Oh, but we're the hypocrites. The women are the evil ones, the witches. Gotcha. You're so funny. You're so funny, Leticia. So, alright, August 31st, approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, as I'm not doing well, but I'm doing well enough. Better than most. Leticia Collins Servin. Everyone have a blessed day. Bye-bye.